From the 2nd of April, the Trump administration will impose tariffs on goods exported by its key trading partners, including India, that will match the rates charged by them. Along with India, the European Union, South Korea and Brazil, among other countries, are also likely to be impacted by these reciprocal tariffs. These tariffs are key to Trump's aim to what he describes as freeing the United States from foreign goods.
And on trade, I have decided, for purposes of fairness, that I will charge a reciprocal tariff, meaning whatever countries charge the United States of America, we will charge them, no more, no less. In other words, they charge us a tax or tariff, and we charge them the exact same tax or tariff. Very simple. Nobody knows what that number is unless you go by the individual country. You can see what it is if you go to the individual country and you look at what they're charging us. In almost all cases, they're charging us vastly more than we charge them, but those days are over.
Trump on various forums has stated that many countries, including India, have been charging higher tariffs on American goods. While industries across the world dread the announcement, the apex public policy think tank of India, Niti Aayog, has stated that reciprocal tariffs will have a mixed impact on Indian industry and could in fact create several opportunities for the country.
It will be a mixed impact, and I say this because while we will be adversely impacted by higher tariffs on these items, as President Trump has said, and therefore, our exporters will be at a disadvantage. But at the same time, he is putting much higher tariffs on neighboring countries like Mexico and Canada and also China, which are also major exporters of these items to the US. So to that extent, our exporters may be at an advantage.
The US has already imposed 25% import duties on steel and aluminium products from the 12th of March, and it has also announced a sweeping 25% tariff on completely built vehicles and auto parts.
And on trade, President Trump continues to take bold action to protect America's critical steel and aluminum industries, much like he did in his first term. And the president signed proclamations to close existing loopholes and exemptions to restore a true 25% tariff on steel and elevate the tariff on aluminum to 25% as well. This administration believes these tariffs will protect our national security and put American workers first.
Some experts suggest that higher US taxes on Indian goods may increase export prices, reducing demand. They believe the move could be counterproductive for the US and the global economy, escalating inflation in America.
Donald Trump is having plans for imposing reciprocal tariffs on many countries, including India. My view is that that's going to negatively impact American economy as well as the global economy. See, now a tariff war would escalate inflation in America, and US has been fighting inflation for the past 2.5 to 3 years. So that's perhaps going to negatively impact US economy itself. Plus, the global economy is already trying to creep out of a slowdown. So a tariff war is likely to get the global economy back into slowdown and perhaps a recession also. As far as India is concerned, we are a country which is primarily dependent on domestic demand, so we are not going to be impacted much.
The announcement to impose reciprocal tariffs came ahead of Trump's meeting with Prime Minister Modi during the latter's high-stakes visit to the US earlier this year. While in Washington, Modi and Trump discussed a potential trade deal between the two countries. A team of US officials headed by Assistant US Trade Representative for South and Central Asia, Brendan Lynch, recently visited Delhi for negotiations on the proposed bilateral trade agreement with India.
And this announcement on reciprocal tariffs by President Trump comes at a time when both nations have expressed their intentions to strengthen the economic partnership and a commitment. In fact, Prime Minister Modi spoke about a commitment, or at least indicated a commitment, to reduce tariffs on specific US goods and the aim to double bilateral trade by 2030 to 500 billion US dollars. So, in fact, the reciprocal tariff policy could serve as a catalyst for more, you can call them balanced trade negotiations.
India and the US are aiming to conclude the first phase of the trade agreement by September-October 2025. The two countries have also set a target to more than double the bilateral trade to 500 billion US dollars by 2030 from the current 190 billion US dollars.